Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Off play action. It's Howell. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Miles Jack with a big-time hustle play there as he backs the offense up. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now he'll look to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Commanders nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 10, Howell. Buying time to his left. And this one too low.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he goes out right around the 39. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Faking the handoff. Howell. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. You look at this Eagle defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well. Howell
looking to throw again. And he'll be hit as this. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the 7-year veteran, Austin Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got him in, it's Brown. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go through a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. You talk about this Washington defense. And that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
The way this game is going, the way that they possess the ball on the other side of the field, you go 3 and out here, you might not see the ball again until the 2nd quarter.
Running on first down, Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington on third down.
A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Eckler. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
17 yards. And the Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
60 by 6. 10 through 11. Buffalo 18.
On 1st down, Howell. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
That's good for Washington. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
They'll go play action. Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Howell. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 18 rattle. Take off.
Howell from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah,
taking it right down Broadway. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Austin Eckler, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. He's got room at the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. But first down, Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Hurts sets up to throw it. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from the opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they pitch it to Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Howell's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
In motion left goes a tight end. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles,
both teams currently making their final adjustments.
We'll get you down
We're getting ready for the second half.
For Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports
and hand things back over
Coach.
to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
It's Howell with another throw.
Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing here, Howell.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Able to connect with Dotson.
Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson.
37 yards.
And the Commanders get a bit closer.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion. conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now throwing on 1st down here.
That's Samuel, caught left side.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Powell on the QB sneak.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Rolling to his right. His throw incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Howell. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
It's 4th down.
4th down, Howell. And yet again, it's McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin from 19 yards away. And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the 1st half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Yeah, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan, and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Howell throwing for it. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play.
16.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
In motion right is Brown.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
This is swung out to Eckler.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking here for Smith downfield.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown to 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continued.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Devontae Smith
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, here's Pringle.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
2nd and 10, Howell. He's got it to Gibson. Loose inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson.
62 yards. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really, the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
63, 63, 63.
Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, certainly not often that we see an offensive team kind of breathe a sigh of relief when a ball is tipped and falls incomplete. But when you've thrown 4 interceptions in the game, that actually counts as not progress, but counts as something good because it didn't go against your team, and now he gets a chance to make another throw.
Faking the handoff. Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. In motion goes the tight end. 4th down, Howell, desperation time. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. He's into space past the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. And it gives him a nice pickup. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's 2nd down and 3. Once more, Gibson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Off play action. It's Howell. On the move to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have taken a 4th quarter lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll try and throw for it. That is intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's 2nd down.
Back to throw.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. Inside the 20. Now he's loose at the 40.
And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Eckler looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Powell to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
He's got a man, complete.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. Here's Howell.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that would get it right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
He's back to throw.
Completes it to Samuel.
And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 23.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Philadelphia,
the loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year.
And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.